Hi, if you're an Aquarius born January 20th to February 18th, what can you expect for the month of November 2016? Let's tune in and find out. Well, some of you may feel like you're a little closed in or boxed in or needing to fight your way out of something right now. The good news is that there's a bright light that's going to come in, kind of like help you navigate more easily. Things are just kind of, some of the things are going to kind of like open up so that you can kind of like move forward in the way that feels better to you. And what I like about this is it's not so much you having to figure it out, but it just finally gives way, right? So, sometimes it's like the more we do, the more kind of, knotted up we become. So I feel like what there is to do is to chill out, relax, be with, accept whatever's going on around you. And I really see this light kind of coming in after the full moon. There's a full moon in Taurus on November 14th. So around the 16th or 17th, I see kind of things opening up in a new way that really brings like a refreshing energy, happy, joy. It's like, thank God. I mean, it's really great. It's like, it's this bright light in this place of darkness. So whatever it is, what area of your life feels heavy and dark, there's this bright light that comes in on it. All right. So that really gives you something to look forward to in November. Well, let's start the month looking at your personal romantic relationships for those coupled Aquarians, and see what's up for November for you. There's a really nice synergy of helpfulness and playfulness between you and your partner that's available for you this month. There's the normal kind of, I wouldn't even say that I even feel like the disagreements are going to be minimized. I mean, it just feels like it's a more of a playful, easy energy that's happening for you with your personal relationship. And maybe that's because you don't care anymore, or you found a new way to just kind of chill, just to relax with your partner, and or it's just that good. So however it is, it gets easier this month, and I really feel like there's more helpful energy going towards one another. There's some really nice energy around November 21st that the energy really feels positive, getting away. If you can get away for a weekend around that time, that would be lovely. Here in the US, we have Thanksgiving, which is on November 25th, and then we have a full moon new moon in Sagittarius on the 29th. That can be a little more electrical, a little more like intense for whatever reason, more sparks. So maybe it's just complicated. It could be whatever. It feels a little more complicated around the end of the month with your relationship. But prior to that, it feels really good. It feels easy and effortless and really helpful to one another. Now, for those of you that are single and looking for love, let's see what's in store for you, Aquarians. Well, you really, when you want to, know how to turn it on and know how to get somebody's attention. So I really feel like you'll have plenty of individuals in the first part of the month who want your attention. Now, what you want to make sure is that you're not just getting attention just to get attention. Because what they're showing me is if it's not really authentic, if it's just a game that you're playing, Aquarians, and you're really not all that serious about really creating a long-term relationship, by the end of the month, the game is gonna grow stale, and you're really gonna end up being bored. And I really just don't see the people around you being that attractive to you. So the first 2 weeks of November, lots of opportunity. So I would go on plenty of dates. In other words, as you get closer towards the end of the month, it seems like you either have to up your authentic value. You have to really be authentic. And then that way you'll continue to attract somebody who's more authentic. But if you're just playing a game, if it's just, really not interested, but hey, this is a lot of fun, I'm getting a lot of energy out of it, you're going to be bored by the end of the month, or your tactics aren't going to come across and you won't have any takers. And you're going to be left like, twinkling and nobody's paying attention to you, which is never fun. So just know, if you're authentically looking for somebody, that the first part of the month is really going to be it for you. And it's going to be a good partnership, somebody that is really gets you, understands you, and likes you when you're on and when you're off. So that's perfect. All right, so now let's look into the career and money for Aquarians for November. Career, I still see you, building things, being focused, being, intelligent about it. It's almost like you're in a laboratory and you're moving things and you're being cautious and like you've got these white gloves on and, wanting to make sure that everything is great. And so you're trying out some things that may or may not work, or may not be something you want to do long term. So some of you may be using some creative energy in finding the right niche for your ideas or gifts or partnerships. There is an accumulation that happens. So towards the end of the month, more opportunity for you to introduce things and to attract the right partnerships and to actually get the money that you're looking for. If you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to expand some money, or if you're looking to sell something, looks like around the 21st is a really good time, a couple days either side of that, to really sell something, whether it's artwork, whether it's manuscripts, whether it's a house, whether it's something that you've created, something that you personally work on, that you're putting out in the world, whether it's just your name for hire. Looks like more people are buying around that 21st date, so that's good, which is then going to increase your money. And moving into money, anything else about money? Some of you may feel like you're burning a hole in your pocket, that you're burning money. You're really going through money fast and quickly. And you're going to see that it feels like mid-month, you're going to have that sewn up. Things are going to slow down in terms of how much money you're spending. And you're going to be able to start to reverse thrust, like you're a boat that's turning around, like, stopping, going the other way, moving the engines forward. And now you're going to start to bring money in, right? So the first half of the month feels like you're still learning how to kind of like put out fires or slow things down, or even if it's you're ramping money into investing into things that are important to you or important to your business, it feels like by mid-month, the direction turns and you're bringing money in, and that is going to stop in terms of your overexpending or expending the amount that you have been. Okay, now on health, let's see for health for Aquarians. So for some of you, maybe having some stomach and indigestion issues, that, a lot of that could be with unprocessed emotions, things that are just eating away at you, that are hard for you to process. Could be anything from, just a change of life, circumstances around you. A lot of us have lost loved ones that we care about this year, and that's changed the dynamics with yourself, or just the fear of that, which feels like I strike a note with a lot of you, and or you changing your own life. So there's just these emotional components that actually can wreak havoc on your indigestion and your stomach and lower bowels and all of that. And so if you do have some serious ailments like that, you may want to consider getting yourself also to a therapist or psychiatrist or someone like that to help process some of your emotions, so that you can really feel, so you are healing and cleansing mind, body, and spirit. All right. And I think you would benefit. Okay. Let's see if there's anything unexpected for Aquarians this month. Okay. There may be some of you that are going to have to now, the way I see it is like taking shelter, or there may be some threat to you, to your career. Now, whether this is a physical threat, like, you know, you live in a place where there are tornadoes and you go down to the basement and there's actually physically tornadoes. The good news is the threat passes and you're okay. So whatever threat comes in this month to you, and let me see when if I can get a time frame around this. It feels more like mid-month. So this threat mid-month, November 10th through 12th, kind of energy, when it comes, do take shelter, do protect yourself. Now, whether this is from somebody who is angry with you and their words are cutting you and their words and they're doing, then, and you need to like protect yourself and say, that's enough, I'm walking away. Whether it's something like that, or whether it's a physical threat. Either way, I don't want you to get stressed about this because you are protected, you can handle it. Just do what you need to do in that moment. So if it's a physical threat, you don't stand outside and look at a tornado when it's coming, right? You don't. You go down, you get protected, you go into the shelter. And the same with hurricanes and everything else, and snowstorms and floods and all that stuff, right? So you have a way to protect yourself and you'll be protected. And the same if it's a physical thing, I feel like you'll just know, just avoid this person, just go in the right way. So there is a protection around you to be able to avoid whatever that is. As some of you are traveling overseas and you're worried about, you know, ISIS and terrorism, things like that. I don't want this to heighten your anxiety. I want you to know that you are well protected. And I want you just to be alert and awake about your surroundings and where you're going, and then listen to your instincts. Don't feel right about walking in the store. I'm going to leave. I don't know why, but I feel a little funny. I'm going to leave. And then follow that instinct, okay? So just know that you have the instincts in place. The protection's already there. Just pay attention and you're going to be fine. All right, so anything else for Aquarians that may be unexpected for them this month? Well, the good news is you will be fine with this little unexpected hiccup that may happen around you, but you're going to be protected. You're going to avoid it. So I imagine that is coming up so that it doesn't create so much anxiety in you when it shows up that you go, oh my God, this could happen to us and this is going to be terrible. Just know that you put in the steps and the efforts and you're going to be protected. All right. All right, Aquarians, have an amazing month. And for those of you in the U.S. celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for you and I'm grateful for your support. Thank you for viewing and liking my star signs and sharing it with your friends. And I wish you a wonderful holiday. And even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, thank you anyway. I appreciate you. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month.